And very quickly, Joe, you randomly, and this was a joy for me to see,
Yeah.
played Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. This is the third Ace Attorney game, and one of the greatest
hmm
games ever made, in my opinion. Joe, what did you think? Because you apparently forgot everything, which is very funny.
So I didn't really like do it randomly. I had to listen to something on the side for work,
True.
just to like get through the day. And I found a 12-hour video kind of essay of just like going through the Phoenix Wright games and the cases and stuff like that. And I listened to the first two-thirds of that, and we got to the third game, and they started talking about the first case slash level in the game, and I went, I don't remember any of this fucking shit. What the hell? And I went, oh, I guess I could just play Trial and Tribulations now and have a great time.
Yeah. Shit's always on sale.
I, I had got it for free. It was part of my PlayStation Plus program.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I downloaded it, I played it. Um, I'm going to go, and I realized, Willer, that I actually never beat Trial and Tribulations the first time
You
around.
love doing that. You love doing that.
I I got to the scene where Phoenix is looking up the old case file, and it has the same UI as like the final case of Apollo Justice with the whole
Yeah,
jury
Mason
system.
system. Yeah.
And I did not like that case at all. And I went, oh no, and I turned off the game.
You played Apollo Justice before 3?
I did.
So Joe played 4 and then 3, so he's a JoJo part skipper.
Well,
To be fair, I
but
started with Apollo Justice 2, but I stopped 2 cases in and went back, and then went back.
I played Apollo Justice 1, and then I was looking for a game for my DS, and the GameStop had Apollo Justice in it. I didn't realize how much of a time skip that would be. Okay, I really didn't.
It's fair. It's
Uh,
fair.
um, but to go through this very quickly, but yeah, I just was like, oh, like I didn't know anything about the last case, which was just a pleasant surprise.
Perfect. Perfect.
To run through it though, case. This is really just going to be about me and Willer just echoing to each other at this point. Uh, for so case one, a very very good first case, I think.
You
Very
play
strong.
as Phoenix Wright's mentor from the first
Yeah,
game, as in
you
her
play in her
second trial ever.
yeah second trial ever. Um, I love seeing Phoenix as he was when he was a college age student. I think
What?
Dolly Plumthorpe.
That P on
Yeah.
his shirt sure doesn't stand for Phoenix. It stands for pussy.
It does. Um, I've really enjoyed seeing Mia, um, and her younger form because you can really see the growth she went to by the time she
Yeah.
becomes a full fledged lawyer.
It
Um,
helps a lot where she's just not showing up being like, I know the answer, Phoenix, do you?
correct. Yes. I really like that case. It was a really good, strong opener, and it changed the tone and the themes for the rest of the game, which I think is the biggest win in my book. Is that every case in this game feels thematically appropriate for the final case.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
For a final
Or
game
like
of a trilogy, yeah.
yeah, final game of the trilogy, but also like they're thematic like strings that go to the final. I don't feel that nearly as much in like Justice for All or in like the original game.
Ooh,
Um,
hold on, you're roboting pretty bad. Hold on, let's.
oh, hold on, let me just. Okay, can you
So
hear me
you're
now?
saying thematically, all the like it's all cohesively together, yeah.
Yes, it feels like it just all makes sense cohesively. But case one very strong. Case two, I remember that case the most out of everything. I
That's
remember it being
such a
like
good one.
it's very mid on it. Second time around, I really liked it a
That,
lot.
I think
Actually,
that case is incredible. Look at me, iconic
yeah.
villain.
I think Desiree, Desiree's Desiree.
She's fun.
Yeah. I think the Ron the Light is also a great
Ron's
witness.
hilarious.
He's so good. But that was a good case. I think in general, it also just turns on its head
Yeah.
of like what you expect from a Phoenix Wright case.
Good utilization of a certain law that exists in the world.
Mhm. Yeah, I thought that was really impressive as well. I'm trying to think what else is about that case. I mean, Larry's the only negative in that case. He's kind of like the biggest negative of the entire game, basically.
Larry's the biggest negative of Ace Attorney.
True, true.
That's just, yeah.
There's a character named Larry Butts, by the way, in the game. Like
Even
that's
Bradley would know Larry because he played the first case.
I was
Oh,
about to say,
shit.
as soon as you said that name, I was like, that's familiar.
He's a bastard. He shows up from
Uh,
time to time, and he never grows up.
but like, yeah, that case is great. I love the use. I love bringing back Adrian Andrews as
Yes.
like a witness or like another side character. Um, so like just overall, like great second case, and feels like a good ramp up as well, and feels like we're getting back to speed and we're not slowing down.
So, case 3.
Case three, recipe for turnabout, always like the weakest. Recipe wasn't nearly as bad. Obviously, way better than Big Top turnabout. But I kind of like the idea of this conspiracy being constructed for the
It's
case, which
pretty
works really.
fucking crazy, but it
Yeah,
works. It
yeah.
works.
It's like okay, I can live with it. But it also does a really good job thematically setting up the last case where it's the inverse essentially, and the same.
Hmm.
Um, so I really like that in retrospect. But you know, Tigre Fuego, I think that's what his name was.
T Tigger Furio.
Yeah, that's it's just that guy's an actual cartoon character, even for Ace Attorney standards. Like,
Oh my god. Post a picture of that guy. He's so fucking funny.
it's just I'm just like I cannot believe you actually allowed this guy to be in the Tigre Furioso. Hold on,
Here
no,
he
that's
is.
not it.
This motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, his tongue's always out. He's a gangster.
So fun fact that I
Red
learned
Phoenix,
while-
right?
Yeah, fun fact I learned about when I was listening to that, because after I beat the game, I went back and listened to the rest of that video. Um, Apparently, so like Eric Vale voices Phoenix Wright in the anime, but Sam Riegel voices him in the game. So they brought Sam Riegel to play Tiger in the anime, which I thought was a fun kind of like
That's
mix
neat.
up there. Yeah. But anyways, that case is a bit
It's
convoluted, but it's like
I don't like Armstrong in that case.
yeah,
So
Armstrong is
interestingly
poorly
handled
aged.
character.
Yeah, yeah. I just it's very weird and awkward.
You know,
Especially nowadays.
Kudo got the old man perv, but like Maya is like too sweet of a bean, so it comes out like
Mhm.
really weird.
I
Anyways,
I do like that Mia stepped in and it's like I know what I need to do and like kind of like helps
boobies.
Phoenix out. Yeah. Um, but fine case. I'm glad that we brought Maggie Bird back, and I'm glad we get like that gumshoe dynamic with Maggie as
Closure.
well.
Eat my weenies.
Yeah, yeah. But that also goes back to like Phoenix and Dahlia in the first case, which I thought was interesting to think about, and like how it's the inverse of that, where like the person on trial is trying to push away the witness or her essentially, where
Yeah.
it's the opposite in the first case essentially.
Okay. Three,
And
four. What do you got?
yeah, 3-4. This is the other flashback case, which is Mia's first trial. I love this case. This case is so good on like every like I think level. I
Did
think.
you did you know who Diego Armando? There's like a small chance you didn't realize, but I just need to ask.
I realized as soon as you walked up.
Okay,
You did
okay,
the head tilt.
that's fine. That's fine. Some people might miss it.
You did the head tilt. I'm like, I've seen that sprite before.
Yeah.
I thought it was very good. I thought it really, really developed Dahlia very well. And just kind of really set up how like a manipulator she is. The the fact that it's like a single day trial case also and had enough like story
Meat.
depth or arcs to it or meat to
Yeah.
it, yeah, was really really good too. I'm glad that they didn't feel constrained to that like 4 case like uh uh what's it called stereotype or structure that they had previously. Um, and I just really liked it. I also like the ending to the case as well. That's a good like kind of
Very
like way to like
dramatic.
very dramatic. And it's a good way to like keep continuity of like this person's never lost a case and this person's never lost a case, but we want them to face each other. So let's do it.
Oh, I forgot about this person being the opponent. That was really good.
Yeah.
Okay, jump to Peak Fiction, Joe. 3-5. Oh my god.
Wow.
Wrap it up with just insanity.
It really does feel like the end of the series, like
Yeah.
3-5 does. You bring back every character, and every character that you've ever gone against is now also working to help you,
Yeah.
which felt really, really good. Both in like a character dynamic way, like
Francisca's
like,
the best she's ever been in that case.
Yeah.
Like
And
she's
she's
incredible.
and she's like off screen for like the last third of it, and you still feel like you're rooting for her the entire time because you know what she's doing in the off screen
Yeah.
section there with the locks.
Yeah.
It's really good. The only complaint I have,
Is it Larry?
it's not Larry actually. Well, that's the second complaint I have. Is I've always liked how they've kind of kept the laws in the real world, right? Like a ghost was never involved in the crime. That's my one kind of
I mean,
itch to it.
okay, but in Phoenix Wright 1-4 has the history of ghosts being involved in crimes, right? And then 2-2 is also a crime.
That's
that's
true,
part of it.
true.
But here
But
it's
like
like really part of it.
Yeah.
To me, it works because it's an established thing that exists in the world and it doesn't come up often at all.
True. It'd be weird if like every game had like a ghost villain.
No,
right?
it happens twice. It happens in this game and it happens in Spirit of Justice in a case that you played but probably forgot.
No, the
6-3.
the one with where you're defending Maya, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that case
It's
vividly.
used sparingly and it's used very cleverly, in my opinion.
Yeah. But that being said, like I kind of forgive it because I really like the dynamic of like Dahlia and her hatred and versus like Mia and her determination.
Oh, it's
like,
so good.
It's very good.
Basically, guys, this case sort of ends with you exercising a spirit in the courtroom, and it's like such an incredible scene.
Mm-hmm. And then like another thing is that like the final witness you have to like cross-examine is Maya, who has never gotten the witness stand up until that point, which was kind of crazy that was pointed out to me in that video that I never thought about.
Did you like the twist with that villain?
Yeah, I did.
Did it catch you off guard?
A little bit, yeah, it did. It just was like it's what you get to that point in Phoenix Wright where like, okay, I've gone through all the profiles and it can't be any of these people, and this is the only person left on here that is not like crossed out.
But then like when that hits you, it's like, oh no.
Yeah, turning off the lights was great.
Peek.
I really like he has a line saying like,
I only see red.
I don't see red.
Or
there is no red in my world.
There is no red in my world. Yeah.
But it's the one where he's talking about like I looked at her and like I should like I was just blinded. There like I knew that wasn't that actual person. It was
the wrong thing to do.
Like, it was this person or it could have been this person, which would have been horrifying thinking about in retrospect.
Oh yeah.
If it was that second person.
Yeah.
And like but I did it because I was just blinded. And I just thought that was very, very good. It's like, okay. And that was the other thing. Like that character comes off very mild manner compared to some other characters that take his place in the game in the series. So I was very kind of like disappointed in him up until that last case, and then reflecting upon a lot of his other actions previously.
One of the best characters in the series, in my opinion.
He's pretty up there. He's pretty good. But that's it. Like a weird kind of mellow turn to end on, but like we've gone way longer than we thought we were going to go. But yeah, I really enjoyed
P Gaming. P Gaming.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. I'll take a pretty good. Catch us next time when Joe finally. You should just replay through the whole Apollo trilogy at this point.
Just replay every game in the entire franchise.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. You too, Bradley.
Joe never beat 6. Yeah, Bradley. Go play it with Emily. I know she likes those games. It's great.
She does. I remember trying the first couple cases of the first one, but
you were huffy about it not being very logically in line with real life law.
I think I think I wanted it to be more lawyer simulator than it was.
Yeah.
But now that I know that's not what it is, I'm gonna go in with fresh classes.
It's actually peak fiction simulator because like no other story. Just closing off on this sentiment, no other story creates a scenario where the villain can't escape no matter what. This isn't an action series where he can fight his way out. This isn't like he's put in the court trial, and one way or another you are going to confront them, and there is no other way out. And that actually makes so much tension and drama
And I
And
would
they
say that's
play into
probably
that.
the rush is when
Yeah.
like you finally have this
Oh,
dude
man.
dead to fucking rights, and it's like,
It's-
yeah, what are you gonna say to that? Do you have any alibi for that? And they finally don't, and it's like, yeah.
Phoenix Wright cases are boss fights, and there are some of the best bosses in
Yeah.
gaming.
It's like it's just you sit down, and it's even better when like I know you did it, and
just
I
gotta
know
prove
what
it.
you use. I just need you. I just need to connect one more dot. I'm missing like one piece, and
Yeah.
I know you're going to slip up and give it to me, and you're waiting to pounce, and
Yeah.
it feels so good when you're able to connect the puzzle pieces and get
Very
it all
very
together.
unique experience if you ignore the fact that the law system in the world, it has its law system, is just fucking insane. And once
Yeah.
once you realize that, it's all gravy. All right.
Mhm.
Thank you for joining me, y'all. I will catch y'all next time. This was our like probably a week earlier than expected podcast, and boy am I glad we did it.
Yeah.
So because this could have gone way worse if we had a week worth of content had on top of it. So
Mhm.
bye bye.
Everybody
Bye.
buy Toriko.
Oh my